Welcome back to Navy Sports Magazine Show presented by Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of Navy athletics. With the Patriot League Indoor Track and Field Championships this weekend up in Boston, we've got junior Simon Alexander with us. Simon, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Simon, you've been crushing it so far as a junior. You got a chance last year to compete in some regionals, compete in nationals, and they kind of help you get a beat on your preparation and fuel your success for this year. How do you think that's allowed you to come out on top, especially with how well you did in that star meet against Army?
Yeah, absolutely. I think regionals nationals really set me up well for this like indoor season. Not only just like the preparation, like all the training we get, we were training at a high level, which is awesome. Living like a professional athlete, which is also awesome. But then like you go to those big meets and you see that good competition, like you understand the standard that you have to reach to be able to compete at that high level, and then just being able to you're training into late June, and you can kind of keep that going through July, through August and stuff, and you can get back and you can come back here in fall and you feel better than you ever have. So that definitely just like it put me 5 steps forward versus where I was in years past trying to compete at a high level in the indoor season.
How's your seventh place finish from last year really motivating you for this upcoming Patriot League Championship?
Yeah, I last year I think I went in seeded somewhere around the teens. I think I was maybe 13, maybe 15. And I ran hard. I squeaked into the final and ended up beating somebody in the final. So I think the difference between last year and this year is like last year there was no expectations at all. It was literally like I got the opportunity. I was super blessed. My plebe year I didn't make the meet. Then last year I did, and I didn't really have high expectations for on me from anybody else, but I had high expectations for myself. So going in and just like running wild and just trying to get whatever place I could was an awesome feeling. But now it's like knowing that I can push myself to that higher standard where I can go in and I can move up places. And right now that I have the number one time, even though I'm racing against like Nathan, like it's uh it's really motivating to know that like my hard work has paid off and I'm steps ahead of where I was and I can run hard and try to get even better than I have been in the past.
We already have edged out Nathan this year. Came back in that star meet. How's he been taking it? And what was it like to knock off the captain?
It was awesome. I mean, like I've said before, like it's gonna always gonna be going back and forth. He's got me a lot more times than I got him, and it's all respect to him because he's just like one of the best athletes I've ever raced against. Honestly, I mean, he's made the Olympic trials. Like that's the highest standard that you can get. But like going back into practice, like we've been battling it, and people don't see that behind the scenes stuff. That like I beat him in the meet, but weeks prior, like he's beating me in 5 out of 6 reps, or we're going 50-50. So I think just like even more than beating him in the meet, it's just been being able to train with him and model the things that he does right. Because like if you go through his whole resume, you can see that like he's doing something right to be able to win. So uh, just being able to race against him is a privilege, and then obviously just getting to beat him. Hopefully, I can keep doing that. So I'm just blessed.
Simon, the 400 meter is widely regarded as one of the most trying races that anybody in the world can run. How do you keep yourself in top shape so that you can perform at the top of the conference in that event?
Yeah, I mean, rest is a huge thing. Like properly fueling your body is another huge thing. But then just like trusting the training. Like we go through the weeks, like we have to follow Coach Cook's, we have to follow his plan. We usually have a grueling workout on Tuesdays, but like you just know that every day is a step in the right direction to getting better. So just following the plan, trusting your body, and then listening to your body is like the biggest thing. And just like you got to have a mindset that it's going to suck, but it's going to pay off in the end.
How do you stay focused even though you got a snow day in the yard?
I'm trying to stay focused. I've just been looking for. I got a little bit more sleep, which is good. A little extra food, which is really good. And then we're gonna go to practice later. So, yeah, not knowing that Coach Cook's coming on the yard later just keep me locked in.
Uh, Coming to Navy from all the way in Wisconsin, why do you think that you've been able to have so much success here at the Naval Academy?
um, I mean, it's just like honestly, I had my dad's awesome. He's been a great motivation in my life. I've seen same thing with my grandpa. Like I've just seen like people that do it right, people that work hard every day, and knowing that like even though you get to a place like the academy, it's not a given. It took a long process. So I can see people in my life who've built themselves up to be people that I admire, And so knowing that I'm gonna have to go through that same process, like that's how you can succeed here is by you just got to understand that you're trusting that process. You're going to build day by day and try to become somebody that somebody else can admire.
You as a team are going for your sixth consecutive indoor track and field championship on the men's side. What do you think has led to such a consistent run for this program?
It's just we just want to win, honestly. Like I think he was a senior last year, Jay Evans, and then obviously like we had a huge, great senior class, Pete DeYoung and Jacques Guillaume, like who I got to compete with the last couple of years. But Jay said it best, I think last year. He said, uh, "We come to practice," and he's like, a couple of years ago when he was a plebe, it was like you come to practice and you can kind of hang out and like there's hard days and there's off days and stuff like that. But he said like with the skill level that we have now and just like the competitive edge that we have on our team, he said like practice is like more stressful than meets because everybody's gunning for everybody. Like I was talking about earlier with Nathan, like I know every single rep he's trying to beat me. So being able to have such a competitive environment where like we are relentlessly trying to win and relentlessly trying to be the best, that's just the ultimate environment to be competitors. Because when you go through that at practice where you're trying to beat your teammates and you're trying to feel your body enough to be ready for practice, then the meets come easy. So I think it's just like the culture that we have on our team.
Fantastic. Simon, one thing I'm asking a lot of your peers here at the academy when you get a chance to do these talks, if you could go back to your plebe year, give yourself one piece of advice, what would it be and why?
What advice would I give myself? I'm gonna just lean on your teammates. You don't got to do it alone. Like it's gonna be a grind, but it's gonna pay off. But I think yeah, at the end of the day, it's like you're gonna definitely have just great experiences. You're gonna have great people to be around. So just like live in the moment. Honestly, I think just like live in the moment that you have and with the blessings that you have for sure.
One of the blessings for you, a Seahawks Super Bowl.
Hey, go Hawks, man, go Hawks! Huge for the Seahawks.
How does someone end up a Seahawks fan from Wisconsin?
My dad grew up in Washington. My dad grew up on Whidbey Island. That is the place that I call home. It's where I go home every break. Uh, Best place on earth, in my opinion. As if you ask an expert opinion on the best place in the world, and you ask me, that's going to be the place. So, yeah, my dad's from Whidbey Island, huge Seahawks fan. Grew us up the right way. So, me and my brothers are all diehards.
There we go. A couple more for you first. Individual goals do you have for yourself the rest of this year?
Yeah, individual goals. I gotta for the indoor season. I hope I can dip under 47.5. I Last year I ran 49.7 indoors, so I think I've already had huge PRs, which is awesome. But like, I got to keep pushing myself. Um, an individual and definitely an individual gold. Hopefully, I can get that this coming weekend. I got the goal with the 4x4 last year, but then hopefully we can do something like break the record again or something like that. And then for the rest of the season, for sure, is like outdoor. Hopefully, I can dip under 21 in the two. Under 46 would be awesome in the four. Coach Cook says I can do it, so I'm going to trust him. And then hopefully, just for the team, like hopefully we can make it back to regionals and nationals for the 4x4 because that was an awesome experience last year.
Team wide, what does it mean for the culture of Navy men's indoor track and field to win a sixth consecutive indoor Patriot League title this weekend?
Yeah, it's everything. Like that's what we come like I was saying, that's what we come to practice to do. We come to practice to compete. We love competing against each other and also we love competing for each other. So I know that when we get on that track, it's not for you. It's not for you getting that goal there. It's not for you getting that record or you just even running that race because it's such a great opportunity to run in this meet. It's for all of the people beforehand, like I talked about Pete and Jacques and Jay, like people that like helped me get better throughout the years. Like that's who I'm doing it for. So I know that other people are keeping on that same legacy. Like they won it, and now we got to keep winning it so that we can keep our legacy going.
Love it. Best of luck this weekend. Arguably the biggest Sam Darnold fan in Annapolis. Simon, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
You have been listening to the Navy Sports Magazine Show presented by Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of Navy athletics.